What's going on, everyone? I've been struggling with this video, to be honest. I've re-recorded and re-recorded this several times, maybe over 15 times today. Just one of those days. But I said to myself, I'm going to record a video today. Not feeling like recording a video at all. My brain doesn't feel like it's working, really. I don't know what happened. But that's why I'm recording this video, and maybe we can extract a little glimmer of value, of benefit, of hope for those of you guys who might also be struggling occasionally with creative motivation, creative momentum. The reason I talk about this is because I realized today that I've only shared about 12 videos in the last 9-10 months or so, and it coincides pretty directly with my quitting of caffeine, so that plays a big role. And I've been struggling with feeling in the right headspace enough to create stuff in that time frame for a lot of the time. But my writing, for example, is back up in terms of output, pretty much where it was before I quit caffeine. All caffeine, by the way. This wind is chasing me, as it always does when I've got an important video to record, damn it. Yeah, it's been up and down, but I think it's an interesting thing just to consider, coming from somebody who's now been so long without this external prompt, shall we say, or drive that's come from the coffee that I used to rely on a lot for feeling in the mood, feeling ready enough to write, to record videos, to do a lot in life. And I've realized that with this lower pace of output with the videos, that I was relying a lot on feeling a certain way and having conditions be just right enough for me to feel like I was able to do a video, and that wasn't there. That feeling wasn't there. That feeling of motivation that came externally from things being for things feeling right wasn't there. And now today I'm realizing that I have to, like I have been with the writing, but it hasn't felt as immediate or as obvious to me for the video creation, that you can't rely on external things to lean in, take the courage to create something. You got to find a way to be with the discomfort, as I have been today. Like I was this close, and this video might not even make it, so we'll see. Been this close to throwing in the towel, but the key thing is kind of expecting it to not always feel perfect, to not always have your conditions be ideal before you start. It's a cliche a little bit, but it's a cliche for a reason, and it's just me kind of reminding myself about how important it is to ultimately have the strength, the courage to stick to your commitments and lean in even if it doesn't feel great. And what better test for that than to throw out those things you previously relied on, those external stimulants, whatever it is, that you previously relied on to feel more creative. I'm not saying quit coffee, but I'm coming now from a different perspective, in that I haven't really got anything apart from going for a walk or something, going for a run and kind of getting the blood flowing to get that creative juice moving. There isn't really any of that anymore. It's the reason I actually quit caffeine in the first place, was to be more in touch with that natural energy. And what I've learned with like writing, for example, is you're never going to get that kind of feeling of high, that drug high you get to prompt you into creating stuff. I have to enter into a new headspace, a new mode of doing things, which is to initially not really feel up for it, initially feel kind of bored, and then write myself into motivation. So instead of relying on a substance to feel motivated and then create, I'm starting off from zero, really, and then doing the work, like I'm recording this video or writing anything, writing your way, creating your way into motivation. And as Angela, what's her name? Mayu said, the more you create, the more creative you become. And it's ultimately it's about momentum. That's really the secret sauce we're talking about here. And if we were to take anything from this, it would be to just remind everyone that momentum is the thing you're looking for, and not external conditions being met in order to create. I mean, look at this. I don't know where I am. I'm in a kind of disused field next to a car park. It's blowing 30-mile-an-hour gusts out here. Not ideal for video creation, but I thought I'd put it out there anyway, because not everyone is going to have conditions to be perfect in order to create. And I can't even speak properly today. I'm going to put this video out there anyway. So I think if we were to kind of extract one thread out of this, is just be willing to create momentum, be willing to put out crappy work. Even if you don't publish it, even if you do publish it, be willing to put out stuff that feels subpar, that makes you feel a bit icky and a bit annoyed, because that's actually adding to that accumulation of momentum, which is the secret drive, the thing that you can rely on, that will increase the value of what you create over time, and it'll lead to finding it easier and easier over time, just as momentum works, to have creativity work for you, to feel creative. And I'm struggling right now because my momentum is down here when it comes to the videos. My momentum is up on the writing, but with videos it's a different game. And I didn't want to let too much time pass before I was completely out of it. So here I am recording when it isn't perfect and stoking the fire of that momentum. Sorry about the wind, this is just ridiculous, but for some reason the wind loves to chase me when I'm... Okay, I'm not going to be a victim about this, come on, let's get with the program. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to leave you with, guys, is if you're struggling, don't expect it to be smooth. If you've been away from something for a while to get back into it, it might be a bit of a push, it might require a bit of gritted teeth. You might not create the most beautiful stuff initially, but what you're doing is you're adding something very important, which is you're stoking the fire of momentum, and that's what we're looking for. That's the secret. If you're wondering how everyone else is doing so well with putting out amazing content, doing amazing things, seemingly kind of connected to their genius, well, it's the momentum that's really 90% of that, if not more. So go out there and create some momentum. And think of this video whenever you're struggling, because I am not enjoying this a huge amount, although I'm feeling that momentum kind of building now, and I'm feeling a lot more in flow, and that's thanks to just diving in. So dive in, guys.